今日もお疲れ様でした。英語で国内ニュースです。優しい英語で今日の出来事をお届けします。
Russia's presidential office says President Vladimir Putin visited Iturup Island in the Northern Territories on the 13th. This was his first visit to the disputed islands. The visit is believed to be intended to strongly pressure Japan, which is imposing sanctions on Russia as its invasion of Ukraine continues.
In Kumamoto Prefecture, 39 people have died in the earthquake, including people suspected of dying from disaster-related causes. This figure was reported as of 8 a.m. on the 13th. A total of 3,662 people were staying in evacuation shelters at that time.
Moist air and cold air high above are making the atmosphere very unstable from northern to western Japan. Extremely heavy rain is falling in some areas. In particular, parts of the Kanto and Tokai regions may see very heavy local rain. The weather agency is urging people to remain cautious.
After threads containing asbestos were found on a platform at a station on Tokyo's Hanzaman Line, train service was suspended for a time. The Transport Ministry has asked railway companies across Japan to inspect their facilities and equipment. The request follows the problem involving the asbestos-containing threads.
An August poll found that support for the Takaichi cabinet was 48.4%, down 0.6 points from the previous month. The rate has fallen for 3 months but was nearly unchanged. The disapproval rate rose 1.7 points to 26.9%. Many also questioned the Prime Minister's limited budget committee attendance.
A Japanese man who traveled to the United States after seeing an online ad promising high pay was protected near Los Angeles. He had become involved with a group linked to criminal jobs. The Japanese consulate worked with local police and helped him return to Japan by the 13th. Officials warn such ads may lead to fraud or money laundering.
Police in Osaka arrested 2 Vietnamese nationals on suspicion of attempted murder during a robbery. They allegedly attacked a 31-year-old Vietnamese woman with a knife in an underground shopping area near Tennoji Station in June and took her bag containing about 220,000 yen. She needed 2 weeks in hospital. Police are searching for other suspects.
Police arrested a 32-year-old man living in the United States for allegedly importing illegal stimulant drugs for profit. He reportedly brought them from Seattle-Tacoma International Airport to Haneda Airport on the 10th. Customs officers found about 17 kilograms in 13 clear bags inside his suitcase, worth about 900 million yen. He denies knowing what was inside.
2 pet pythons, each about 2 meters long, escaped from an apartment building in Kawasaki City. Police and others are searching for them. Officials are warning people not to approach the snakes if they find them. The pythons were being kept as pets and their escape was reported on the morning of the 13th.
次は社会のニュースです。
Japan's weather agency and the Tokyo metropolitan government issued level 4 flood danger warnings for the Nogawa and Sengawa rivers at 3:58 p.m. on August 13th. A similar warning was issued for the Zenpukuji River at 4 p.m. Water levels are rising on all 3 rivers, and flooding may occur. Residents should remain highly alert.
The Takaichi administration is moving to tighten policies for foreign residents. A proposal would require higher income and a pension outlook based on 30 years of contributions for permanent residents. It would also require clear benefits to Japan. Permanent residence fees are planned to rise 20-fold to 200,000 yen from October. Some people fear Japan may become less attractive.
Russian President Vladimir Putin visited Iturup Island, one of the northern territories, for the first time. He inspected a fish processing plant. Putin said the territory's status was recorded in international documents after World War II. Japan's Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi strongly protested the visit, saying the 4 islands belong to Japan.
Crown Prince Akishino spoke about debate over changes to the imperial house law before visiting Paraguay. He agreed that the law should gain public understanding, but declined to give his own view because it concerns the system. He said members of the imperial family are human and have their own thoughts. He also said their duties should not depend on gender.
Kumamoto Castle reopened to visitors on August 13th, after a temporary closure caused by an earthquake in July. Safety was confirmed just over 2 weeks after the disaster. Measures added after the 2016 earthquake, including dampers to reduce shaking, helped limit damage. However, damage at 40 stone wall locations may affect the plan to finish repairs by fiscal 2052.
Police arrested 2 Vietnamese nationals over the suspected attempted murder and robbery of a woman in Osaka's Abeshika underground shopping area. The woman was stabbed in the chest and neck on June 10th, and her bag, containing about 220,000 yen, was taken. She needed 2 weeks in the hospital. Police believe others may also be involved.
A bear attacked a male part-time worker in his 60s at a gardening supplies store in Sendai on the morning of August 13th. The man suffered injuries to his face and other areas and was taken to a hospital. His life is not in danger. Police believe one bear was involved and are warning nearby residents.
A high school student in Yokohama is suspected of possessing a so-called zombie cigarette. The item was found during an inspection of students' belongings. The available report provides no further details about the student, the school, the item, or any response to the discovery.
Yokohama Mayor Takaharu Yamanaka told the city council that he accepts all findings by a third-party investigation into alleged power harassment. The panel recognized 7 actions as harassment, including calling staff members incompetent and ostriches and making a gesture like pointing a gun. The mayor said he would sincerely accept recommendations and work on improvements.
次はビジネス関連のニュースです。
Japan's law against damaging the national flag took effect on August 13th. Publicly damaging, removing, or defacing the flag in a way that causes strong discomfort or hatred can lead to a detention sentence of up to 2 years or a fine of up to 200,000 yen. Critics raised concerns about freedom of expression.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi spoke by phone with Iranian President Pezeshkian. She stressed that ships must be able to travel freely and safely through the Strait of Hormuz without additional costs. She also called for talks with the international community, including countries that use the strait.
Talks between Japan's ruling and opposition parties on reducing the number of House of Representatives members are speeding up. The council aims to reach a conclusion by the end of next month. The Liberal Democratic Party and Nippon Ishin say they will seek cuts during an extraordinary diet session expected this autumn if no agreement is reached.
A public opinion survey asked what Japan should do about its 3 non-nuclear principles. 59% said they should be maintained, while 33% said they should be reviewed. The survey found that support for keeping the principles was higher than support for changing them.
Prime Minister Sanae Takaichi is expected to skip a visit to Yasukuni Shrine in Tokyo on August 15th, the anniversary of the end of the war, officials say the decision considers relations with South Korea, China, and the United States. She is also expected to focus on recovery and rebuilding after the Kumamoto earthquake.
Japanese companies are being sued by consumers in the United States over refunds for the Trump administration's reciprocal tariffs. The consumers say they paid higher prices because of the tariffs, but did not receive the refunded money. Companies named in lawsuits include Toyota, Nintendo, Sony Group, and Fast Retailing, which operates Uniqlo.
Japan's central bank says the corporate goods price index rose 7.2% in July from a year earlier. The increase was below the market forecast of 7.4%, but stayed above 7% for the second straight month. Higher oil prices and strong demand for artificial intelligence products pushed prices higher.
The Tokyo Stock Exchange reported a morning closing level of 68,609 on August 13th. Higher prices for United States semiconductor stocks supported the market. The rise in American semiconductor shares was a favorable factor for Tokyo trading during the morning session.
Google is opening Google Store Omotesando in Tokyo on August 13th. It is Google's first directly operated store outside the United States. Customers can try and buy Pixel smartphones and wearable devices. The store also lets visitors use Gemini AI to create avatars and explore virtual spaces made from settings they enter.
では、スポーツニュースをお伝えします。
Shohei Ohtani hit a two-run homer in the third inning, giving the Dodgers the lead against the Royals. It was his 27th home run and his first in 6 games. Ohtani went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs as Los Angeles won 4-2. Blue Jays player Okamoto also returned and hit the go-ahead single.
The Los Angeles Lakers are set to be sold for more than $12.5 billion, the highest price ever for a professional sports team. The proposed buyers are Josh Kushner and former Disney CEO Bob Iger. The Lakers were founded in 1947 and have won 17 NBA championships.
Ex-Avi Hernandez has become the new manager of the Netherlands national soccer team. His contract runs through the 2030 FIFA World Cup. Ex-Avi is the first foreign manager of the Netherlands since 1978. His first match next month is expected to be against Germany, led by Jurgen Klopp.
Ariake High School of Kumamoto defeated Nagasaki Nichidai 3-2 in the second round of the National High School Baseball Tournament. Ariake advanced to the third round after winning a Kyushu matchup. This is the school's first appearance at Koshien in both the spring and summer tournaments.
Takamatsu High School defeated Tokaidai Kofu 1-0 and advanced to the third round of the National High School Baseball Tournament. Takamatsu protected its one-run lead with strong defense. Tokaidai Kofu also made several excellent defensive plays, including a throw that stopped a runner from scoring.
The Japan Rugby Football Union has issued an emergency notice after a player from a Division II League One team died this month from heat stroke. The notice says that, in principle, all activities must stop when the heat index reaches 31 or higher. The measure is intended to prevent more heat-related deaths.
The president of the Japan Football Association has commented on allegations that foreign referees received sexual favors from the South Korean Football Association. He said the Japanese association is checking the facts. The allegations concern matches in World Cup and Olympic qualifiers held from 2011 to 2012.
Japan national team manager Hajime Moriyasu is expected to continue working with coaches Hiroshi Nanami, Shunsuke Nakamura, and Makoto Hasebi. The Japan Football Association says the coaching staff is in the final stage of preparation. An official announcement is expected soon before the Asian Cup next January.
Hanshin defeated the Yomiuri Giants 5-1 at Tokyo Dome, winning the first 2 games of their 3-game series. Hanshin has now beaten Yomiuri 12 times and lost 7 this season. The team is especially strong in Tokyo with 9 wins and 2 losses, but an expert is concerned about its thin relief pitching staff.
続いて、国際ニュースです。
Russian President Vladimir Putin has visited Etorofu Island in the Northern Territories for the first time. Japan's Foreign Minister Toshimitsu Motegi strongly protested, saying the 4 islands, including Etorofu, are Japan's own territory under history and international law. Russia has controlled the islands since occupying them after Japan accepted the Potsdam Declaration in 1945.
Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky says Ukrainian forces have retaken 745 square kilometers in the southeast this year. He says 26 settlements in the Dnipropetrovsk, Donetsk, and Zaporizhia regions have returned to Ukrainian control, and the operation went as planned. Analysts say Russia's advance has slowed in many areas, but pressure continues in Donetsk.
A magnitude 7.4 earthquake in Colombia has left 265 people confirmed dead. Rescue teams are still working as 72 hours since the earthquake approaches on the night of August 13th Japan time. Survival rates are said to drop sharply after 72 hours. The rescue effort continues while damaged areas are searched.
The International Energy Agency has lowered its forecast for oil supply in 2026 to 102 million barrels per day, down from its July forecast. The agency pointed to the lack of an agreement to resume traffic through the Strait of Hormuz. Prospects for reopening the important passage remain unclear.
China and Indonesia have completed a joint naval exercise in waters east of Taiwan. Each country sent 1 frigate, and the drills included communications and at-sea resupply. China said the exercise showed its will and ability to maintain regional peace and stability. The move comes as China increases maritime activity in the area, raising concern in Japan.
A ferry capsized on Lake Kariba on the border between Zimbabwe and Zambia on August 11th. Zimbabwean police said the death toll reached 44 the next day. The ferry was designed for 90 passengers, but more than 100 people may have been aboard. More than 70 were rescued. Strong winds were reported.
A non-profit organization and others have sued President Trump and others in a federal court in New York. They argue that a paid Truth Social service violates the Constitution and blocks equal access. Launched August 1st, Truth API sends institutional clients alerts about Trump's posts within milliseconds. It has more than 10 clients paying about $60,000 to $100,000 a month.
White House Press Secretary Leavitt will leave her post at the end of August. She has represented President Trump's views during White House briefings and strongly criticized the media. Her departure is scheduled for the end of August. Trump announced it on social media on August 12th, describing the decision as bittersweet.
A total solar eclipse was observed in parts of Europe on August 12th, the first such event there in 27 years. In Spain and Iceland, many people watched as the moon covered the sun completely. France and other areas saw a partial eclipse. Large crowds enjoyed the rare celestial event.
続いて、文化・ 芸能ニュースをお伝えします。
Twice member Chaeyoung has announced that she will end her contract with JYP Entertainment. In a handwritten Instagram letter, she thanked JYP, the Twice team, and her members for supporting her for 14 years. She will continue working with Twice while creating music in her own world called Lil Fantasy.
Disney and Pixar's Toy Story 5 earned more than 11 billion yen in Japan after 41 days. It passed Toy Story 3, which earned 10.8 billion yen, and Finding Nemo, which earned 11 billion yen. The film is now the highest-grossing movie in both the Toy Story series and Pixar history in Japan.
Television announcer Takuya Kimura, 36, has announced his remarriage on Instagram. He said he married an employee at a private company. Kimura first married in 2015, but divorced in 2020. He said he will continue working hard and hopes to help people through television. He is now a weekend news anchor.
Singer Adu, 23, has donated 40 million yen after the Reiwa 8 Kumamoto earthquake. The donation was made through a relief fund account for Kumamoto Prefecture. It will support people affected by the disaster and help rebuild the area. Adu expressed sympathy and wished for a quick recovery and a return to safe daily life.
The Rai actor OHM, whose real name is Tanapak Jongjaifar, is appearing in the second season of Vivant as Shoki. His followers in Japan quickly increased after episode 13, where he confessed his love for Shinjo. Japanese viewers praised his acting and appearance. OHM thanked Japanese fans, saying he was deeply moved and surprised.
The film run Young Lady will open nationwide on October 2nd. King Jinyu member Satoru Iguchi will star in his second movie. Mai Fukagawa will play a former idol whom his character has supported for years. The story follows Kuta as he tries to protect her after her husband is arrested in a drug case.
Shingo Katori's film High School Family will open on January 8, 2027. 7 more cast members have been announced, including Yoshihiko Inohara. Inohara will play Aoyama, a former colleague who tries to stop Katori's character from enjoying youth and return him to office work. Inohara called their film meeting a fateful encounter.
Actress Maika Yamamoto will not appear in the sequel to the drama Miyoto Biori, scheduled for this fall. She made the decision after giving birth to her first child, saying she wants to value time with the child. Yamamoto played Fumiko in the original drama and called the character very special to her.
At a film festival about remembering war, actress Sayuri Yoshinaga called for the abolition of nuclear weapons 81 years after the atomic bombing of Nagasaki. After filming Mother and Lives, she heard survivor stories in Nagasaki. One survivor's story of severe burns and years of sleeping face down remains deeply in her memory.
今日のニュースは以上です。最後までお付き合いいただき、ありがとうございました。おやすみなさい。